Welcome again, dear friends, now to the weekend edition of Fresh Bread. Reverend Phil Anderson here with you, pastor of Oakland United Methodist Church and Kansas Avenue United Methodist Church. Hey, I want to invite you to church tomorrow. 9:30 at Oakland, 11 o'clock at Kansas Avenue. If you haven't been there for a while, you're welcome to come back. We'd love to see you. As a matter of fact, there are some folks we haven't seen for a while. And I really want to make an effort and have the congregation members help me to reach out and just let people know, hey, we miss them. I don't ever ask people, where have you been? But I do want to find out how they're doing. Are there needs that we can help them with? Are there things that are going on in their lives that we could maybe just pray for them about? So again, we have people that haven't been at either church for a while, and we want to see if we can reach out to them here in the next few weeks. So you may be called to do that, and that would fall into our congregational care team that we have at both churches. So again, we invite you to really jump on board with those things that we're trying to do to reach out to our neighbors in our community. I would just say this as we wrap this week up in these discussions on our visions. You know, as I said, we were talking about maybe having a ministry fair in February or March, and then maybe a health fair with some of the local organizations coming in, maybe on a Saturday or a Sunday afternoon or an evening, some weeknight. And then I also had thought about doing things like prayer walking and just things that are going to be very healthy for us and that's going to help us connect with the neighborhood. So if we were to do prayer walking, it sort of fits to different purposes. It helps us to reach our neighborhoods, and also it helps us to just stay in better shape. So just all these different things going on. In the meantime, and I want you to know this, we don't know exactly all the schedules going forward for our church activities and programs going forward, but we do want you to know that we really want to make sure we are building disciples here in 2023. And I'm not sure exactly, again, what form that's going to take. We're kind of waiting on a few of the different possibilities to become a little bit more formulated so we can actually have some ideas. One thing that I have mentioned is to get some of the groups that are in the church that we could maybe move them out into a location in the community, maybe a coffee shop or a restaurant or a drive-in, and get the folks out there so that they are sharing their faith with people, but they're also being a light into our community, and not to try to draw attention to themselves, but again, just so that people will know they're there. And we want to really reach our neighbors. That's really one of the real goals for 2023. We're talking in church on Sunday about the big picture. That's really what it's all about, is just seeing all of these folks. And as they look into the church at Oakland and Kansas Avenue, we know we have a lot of people who could be coming to the church. Maybe there are people who have been there in the past and haven't come back, or there are people in the neighborhood that maybe are just waiting to be invited. And so that's really the goal here as we go into 2023, that we take advantage of the opportunities that have been given to us to make connections with our friends and to invite them into the church. I really pray that that will happen in both Kansas Avenue and Oakland churches as we move into 2023. So again, stay with us. We'll be keeping you posted on things. We're working on so many things at one time. It's almost mind-boggling. Technology. We're trying to do things for the church members, both in the congregation building setting and also out in the community. We're trying to reach out to our neighbors. We are working on getting some extra work done on our technical end so that we can have a better presence on technology in our community. And again, all these things take time. I wish I could snap my finger and they would be done. But we want you to help us. We can't really do it without you. So if you want to help us and you have any desire, just see someone up on the teams at both churches. There's Sharon Proctor, who could help you with some of those things, from getting you plugged in, I think, to I would be glad to help you get plugged in. Ralph Colley at Oakland can help you get plugged in there. Sharon, of course, at Kansas Avenue. Ralph is at Oakland. And just ways that you have any questions about what you can do to get involved. We don't want you to do more than you can do, but we want you to do all that you can do. And that's really what it's going to be. It may be that we do things outside the box. We start meeting on different nights of the week. Possibly we start a confirmation class again. I would like to start that up for our younger people, but I also want to do it for older people. We have adults that have never taken confirmation, and it would be a good way for them to get the foundations of the faith. Also, we'd like to do our Route 66 scripture memory again. And so that's coming up. And I think we'll relaunch that as well here in the coming weeks. But a lot of it's going to be done through our online platforms. And that's really what we're all about. That's what we're trying to do, is to find any way possible to reach out with the love of Christ to our neighbors through Jesus Christ. And we ask you to be a part of this, just to help us in all that we do to bring the hope and the love of Jesus Christ into our communities. Well, friends, thank you again for joining me today on Fresh Bread. I wish you a great rest of the day today. Hopefully we'll see you in church tomorrow. And until then, have a great day. God bless you.